Howdy, howdy. There's a lot more uphill than it looks. Whew. I have officially started the Art Loeb Trail down in North Carolina. Whew. The entire trail is approximately 30 miles long. I am down here with an amazing group of people from my church, and I am going to be hiking solo for today and all of tomorrow. They will be meeting up with me and camping for the second night while they hike in the opposite direction the following morning so that I can pick up the car and go and pick them up. It's a good little operation we got going on. I'm happy, I'm excited. Started here about 20 minutes ago now, and first mile was dead flat, kind of like a little towpath. But now the climbing begins. I will be ascending, I believe, just over 8,000 feet this weekend. So that's over a 30-mile period. All right, lots of climbing. It's gonna be hilly. I don't mind it though. I've met 3 people so far. One of them is a Triple Crown hiker. Ended up talking with someone for about 15 minutes, just about our hikes, and I don't know, life. That's the kind of stuff you talk about with random people. I mean, 1, it's not like you're ever gonna see them again, and 2, I don't know. Something about the trail just brings something out in people. I've had the most meaningful conversations with people just after meeting them out on a trail. And right now it's flat, I'm enjoying it. Although, it's not gonna last too long. I'm not even doing all that much climbing today. In fact, I think I'm actually pretty much done with all the climbing for today. Gonna be a little bit downhill, a little bit more flat. And then I'll pitch my tent, hoping to do about 10 miles today. One thing is I'm using AllTrails for the first time ever, and so far I'm not a huge fan. It's good for like in emergencies to try and, you know, make sure I'm still on the trail and then I'm, you know, not lost. But it won't tell me how far I am from anything. It doesn't really say too much about like water sources. Like I've passed multiple water sources that weren't marked on the app, but you know, it's still good to have for safety. Although so far, this trail is very well marked. There's been signs all over the place. Fallen white blazes, feeling like I'm on the AT again. But also, really, I'm feeling like I'm just on the AT again, because like, it's all just big rhododendrons, and I don't know, I'm in a green tunnel. It's North Carolina, so everywhere is like this in North Carolina. Okay, I think I'll just see you guys at camp. Well, looks like I was a little bit off about the climbing. Good morning. There have been very few nights in all of the time that I've spent backpacking where I have camped 100% by myself. And I kind of came to realize that last night. Yeah, it was an experience. Luckily they have bear lines here. However, there were no rings. Looks like there used to be rings, but they've been since ripped out. So I took this and just used this branch here. Ugh. Well, apparently, oh, yep, never mind. I was gonna say, apparently I didn't even need to do it, but. All right. I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. Ugh. And this pack is way heavier than I'm used to. Oh, I guess I am tall enough. Okay. Lots of blowdowns on this trail. There was at least 2 yesterday, and I've already passed 2 today, and I'm less than a mile in. Oh. I don't want to take my pack off. Oh, duck walking at its finest. Okay, well, guess I'll use this as a chance to talk about how things are going so far. So, as I mentioned earlier, I can count on one hand how many times I've actually camped completely alone by myself. And I haven't been camping in a while. So usually like the first night of any kind of backpacking trip, I don't usually sleep too much as is, but I did not sleep hardly at all last night. Maybe 2.5 hours, maybe. It rained all night, which helped a little bit. I know we're kind of in like black bear territory, pretty close to the Smokies down here. I don't know, like hiking I've been good, but as soon as I laid down on my tent, I just had a lot of anxiety. And I just realized, I was like, holy crap. I think this is like at least my 3rd, maybe 4th at most time camping completely by myself. I was actually kind of hoping all night that I would see some headlamps of people just coming into camp late, but clearly that didn't happen. I think so far I've seen a total of 7 people on this trail. Whew. But it's a new day. And honestly, I feel a lot better this morning. I think tonight will be a lot better, especially since I'll be camping with people tonight. So yeah, all right, back to climbing. In the middle of this climb, I think this is the first time I've ever seen this. See if I can get it in the shadow so you can see it better. Look at that. Okay, this is the last time I'm recording for a little while. This is just all it's been for about an hour now. It's just these relentless switchbacks, a really, really steep grade. Whew. Wow. I haven't even started the actual climb yet. Hardly. Man, look at this. This is like getting towards some of the stuff I saw on the trail. Honestly, I think so far this has been the most challenging hike I've ever done. And that's saying a lot. I will say I'm not in the same shape I was when I was on my through hike, so I know that a lot of the stuff that I did up in the White Mountains in Maine were probably worse than this, steeper and more technical, but for the shape that I'm in, and I'm in pretty good shape right now, this has been one heck of a battle. It's just these switchbacks constantly all the way up the mountain. And then I'll get a little bit of a break. It'll be nice and flat. And a nice little ridge walk. It's supposed to be pretty beautiful, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. Man, this really does just represent all of North Carolina and Georgia. Okay, back to the grind. Whew. All right, made it to the top of this climb. Still got a lot more to go, but for right now, let's enjoy the first view of this trip. All right, so I'm still not quite at the top yet, but if you notice, we're getting into pine tree territory, and this is my favorite kind of hiking. I love hiking under pine trees. I feel so much more secluded being out here instead of, all the rhododendrons. I love the rhododendrons, don't get me wrong, but one, this is just a nice kind of change of scenery, and two, like I said, I feel like I'm no longer even on the East Coast, honestly, when I'm hiking in these pine trees. But yep, almost at the top. Got a little bit of a reprieve here, but probably can't see it in the video, but I can actually see the summit up there, heading up to Balsam Knob, I think. Battery died. third and final day of through hiking the entire Art Loeb Trail. AllTrails says it was 30 miles. Probably gonna end up being a little bit over 32, maybe 33. But that's okay. We're getting it done. I got to camp with the group. I have not had service this entire time, so I was a little bit nervous because, I don't know, I guess I thought that they were gonna be there before me. So when I showed up and I saw like 10 different groups of people and none of them were them, I was kind of freaking out. But everything works out. They eventually made it to camp and we had a really good night. Had a little campfire, traded some stories, made some jokes, and I am back in the Green Tunnel. They have only about 4 miles to do. I have 7, so I'm not gonna be recording too much today. Gotta kind of push the mileage a little bit. It's supposed to be pretty much all downhill from here. So yeah, I'm excited to have another trail in the books. Beautiful trail, totally worth doing. Honestly though, if I was gonna do it again, I'd do it from north to south, because going from south to north there's well over 8,000 feet of elevation gain. When you go in the opposite direction, you're really going downhill most of the time. And like I'm about to be going down probably about 3,000 feet. But that'd be the only real incline if you went the opposite direction. But you know, honestly, it just made me feel like I earned those views even more. And so far this morning, it's beautiful. It's cold. I think it's like, I want to say it's like high 30s right now. I was definitely a little chilly last night in my 40-degree quilt, but it worked out. I had plenty of extra layers. Although I will say I did realize that I forgot to bring my rain jacket. So I'm glad that it's not super rainy this morning, because I would have been pretty miserable right now. But like I said, everything works out. Trail provides. And I'm so happy that I got to come out here and stay with friends, meet some awesome new people. I met a couple of other thru hikers who thru hiked last year in 2022. Got to swap some stories with them. It was good to kind of, I don't know, just meet some really cool people. So, all right, let's get this trail done. Wow, this trail never ceases to amaze me. Oh, I didn't get any cool views this morning, but this trail is very, very sketchy, but it's fun. The other side of the mountain is soaking wet, but it looks like the wind was blowing so hard last night that the rain didn't even touch this side of the mountain. It was all kind of blocked off. Whew, and here I thought it was all downhill, but nope. Uh-oh. This splits off. I'm guessing it's right. I'll check in a little bit. I haven't seen any white blazes this morning either, but I've been checking AllTrails periodically, and it says I'm on the right path. It hardly feels like a trail though at this point. It's just relentless. Oh boy. Not really sure where the trail goes here. I'm guessing I'm going across this. Kind of looks like it. I see some, not footprints, but some like, oh hey, long time no see. I'm guessing the trail goes this way. Ah. You pass.